Congratulations, you're expecting. What an amazing event is about to occur in your life. And there's a lot of planning to do. Getting the nursery ready, registering for gifts, and starting to think about how your life is going to change with a baby. But one of the key discussions that couples need to have when they find out they're pregnant is, how are you going to fund your child's education? Now keep in mind, this is an important decision. In the research from the Department of Labor, Americans who go to college typically earn 66% more than those who just graduate high school. So it's a major decision for your child. But the world of 529 plans is incredibly confusing. And so as you start to navigate the idea of having a family, you also need to navigate, how do you have a 529 plan? Now there's a couple things to keep in mind. First, 529 merely references the section of the IRS code that allows for these plans. When you set up a 529 plan, you as the parent are the account owner. Your child is the beneficiary. So as a result, you cannot set this plan up until your child is born and you have a Social Security number. You fund the 529 plan, and that is a gift to the plan. The money in the plan grows tax deferred, and if you take it out for qualified education expenses, it comes out tax-free. Also note that the new Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017 now allows for 529 plans to be used for K through 12 education up to $10,000 a year. Now, when you and your spouse are choosing a plan, you want to think about how you will fund it. And what works best for most families is if on a monthly basis you have a certain amount going into the plan. Now, a lot of the research that's been done out there by Fidelity in 529 plans have found that those parents who use 529 plans typically have 50% more saved for their child's education than those parents who do not. However, what they also found is that most parents underestimate the cost of their child's education. As a result, what you should consider using is the cost of a 4-year private school in the United States in 2018. That amount is approximately $46,000 a year. But keep in mind, inflation on education is higher than regular inflation. You should anticipate inflation on your child's education costs will be between 5 and 7%. So the reason you're funding the 529 plan is not just to save, but by also investing the monies, you are hoping to keep up with the cost of inflation. In a perfect world, the right amount that you and your spouse should consider funding on a monthly basis into a 529 plan is at least $500 a month. Now, I know this amount is probably not likely for many people, so any little bit that you can put in helps. But to give you perspective, if you put in $500 a month into a 529 plan, and that means on an annual basis, that's $6,000 a year. When grown out at an investment rate of return of 6%, by the time your child reaches college age, they will have $157,000 in their account ready to be used for college funding. And that's the power of compounding. The last part of this is how you invest your child's money. There are a number of different options out there, and I strongly suggest, to learn more, you should look at sites like savingsforcollege.com or morningstar.com. But one of the best options out there are age-based plans. These are plans that take into account the child's age, and as the child grows older, changes the asset allocation from a more equity-heavy allocation to a more conservative allocation as the child gets ready to use the funds. And there are a number of providers out there who provide these options, including both Vanguard and Fidelity. So ultimately, as expectant parents, you are at the key moment to really think about funding your child's college education. Before your child's born, when you can sit down and do a budget and determine how much of your monthly paycheck should be going to this long-term financial goal. Good luck, and remember, everything you save helps your child get to college.